everybody, and welcome to tonight's edition of the 5D News. We're very excited to be sharing this show with all of you. I'm Julie from Maison Jupiter, and I'm here, of course, what language am I even speaking? Of course, with Sophie, and I can, of course, blame it on Mercury retrograde until this Sunday. So lucky me. How are you, Sophie? And are you also feeling Mercury retrograde?
Oh, yeah, but I think that's just a usual thing. Like every week or month, there's a new word that I cannot pronounce for a short period of time. So it's just the joy of being ruled by Mercury, I think.
I guess, yeah. And I have to say, like, it hasn't been so bad for me yet. But I guess it's just like a confusion of languages that happen every Mercury retrograde. So welcome to all of you. Let us know if you do enjoy this show by liking, of course, this video. It really helps us into creating more content like this one for you guys. And of course, we are simulcasting on our YouTube channel here, Maison Jupiter on YouTube, and on our Rumble channel here. And that really helps us if you could make sure you are subscribed to both platforms if you can, and to also share this video to some people that could like this content. So I'm very excited for this one. Lots of questions from the community. And talking about the community, if you'd like to join to ask your own questions, because I do get most of them from there. So thank you so much, guys, for sending your amazing research questions and insights. So this is free to join. The link is down below in the description box. All right. So are you ready to go?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
All right. So let's start with here, the Earth and the stars. And our first question for you will be, so we are, of course, approaching the holidays. So a lot of the questions tonight are going to be about religious aspects of the holidays, pagan aspects, spiritual aspects. So we're going to talk about a lot of that. So Yule, and I hope I'm pronouncing this correctly, is between December 19 and December 23rd. And the winter solstice is going to happen on December 21st. So right in the middle of Yule, which is the pagan tradition associated with the solstice, the winter solstice, and we'll have Christmas, of course, a few days later. So can we ask, what is the power of the winter solstice? Or if you're in Australia or down under, it's going to be for you the summer solstice. But what is the power of this solstice during the pagan celebration of Yule?
Okay. It says receiving a lot of light. I'm just going to
it's so interesting because I was going to say that the Yule celebration is the celebration of light.
Okay.
I'm not even kidding.
But that's like the here in the northern atmosphere at the very least, it is the shorter day where there's less light of all year. So that's interesting that we are receiving the divine light.
But we're celebrating the beginning of entering more into the light. So that's like the last day of darkness where we're celebrating the beginning of more light. And of course, for the southern hemisphere, it's going to be the opposite.
Yeah, so the day of light. I'm just going to now use my Christmas deck. So I'm just going to pull 2 cards for this question as well. And we have 8 of Pentacles and we have the 9 of Wands. So this one is for the northern atmosphere. Whenever you were stuck in a lot of night, how do you say that? The lack of daylight, then you're going to have this relief from this lack of daylight. And we can see that the light is coming in. And for the southern atmosphere, it says that it's now time to change how you are doing in your day-to-day. And it's now time to readjust your planning and schedules.
Okay, and can we ask more on a spiritual level, like what's, and especially for the northern hemisphere, so what's the power of Yule or the winter solstice? So this celebration of light, what is it about?
it's just a lot of love and healing that is being sent to you through this light. So I think that it's not a 3D light. It's not something you're going to see, but you're definitely receiving a lot of light. And we saw this in the first card as well in the oracle. You're receiving a lot of healing, and you're receiving some kind of balance and some kind of also probably healing, strength, and hope for what is to come now.
Okay. So also maybe leaving behind some grieving process, purging process with that card that you just had.
Well, with this card, it's mainly saying that you're going to the worst is behind you, basically, and that light is always going to win. And in the darkest days, you're going to receive the most light from the universe.
Okay, so hang on. Still the 11, oh no, a little bit less than that. A few days left. Is it 9 days? Yeah, excuse me. 9 days left into, let's say, the darkest period of the year for the Northern Hemisphere. All right, so next question from Tim. Is there, and I'm going to show you the picture that he also sent, is there a spirit father Yule or Christmas or a mother Yule Christmas that is present during December, or is it just legends based on real humans of the past? Okay. Because of course we know that, let's say, the personification of Santa Claus has been, let's say, influenced by pagan traditions, as it is the case for most of our modern celebrations. So let's just ask, outside of, let's say, our current traditions, is there a spirit father Yule or Christmas or a mother Yule Christmas that is present during December?
That was not hijacked back. Is it Coca-Cola or Coke that hijacked the Santa Claus?
Coca, well, it's the same Coca-Cola.
Okay. No.
More
No, it says no. Let me just get because a few of the cards went. Okay, yeah, no, it says no. So we have the heart, the heartbreak, and we have the baby being born. It's really born out of our imagination and our need in that period of time to get that comfort. So I think that what it's about is just people sense that there were a lot of good that was sent to them at that moment. And the joy of working from home, sorry. So people knew that there was a lot of light and love sent to them at that period. They sensed that.
Mm-hmm.
Created something out of their mind to
okay. And can we say like it's a personification of, let's say, the universal mother and the universal father, that we feel more, let's say, love coming from the source universe?
So the Two of Pentacles, we have here the card of a new fresh start, planting a seed, Seven of Pentacles, and we have the Five of Wands. I think that's just born out of the need for some guidance and the need of some security and love.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. We are just like big kids after all. Okay. So next question that has to do with numerology. So next year, I think we've touched on it in the holidays special show that we did, but nonetheless, next year in 2025 will be a universal 9 numerological year. And here I took an image that talks about like the cycle of the 9 numbers throughout numerology. So it's more like a personal cycle, but also collectively, because we're stepping into a universal 9. So of course, this will have a different vibration for each and every one of us, because you'll have a personal also numerology according to 2025, but collectively it's a 9 years. So it's the last number, and it says here, I release. So what will happen in terms of karma? During the 2025, which is a universal 9 year, will we be releasing a lot of past karma and completing important cycles? And especially in regards to karma, I'd like to know what's going to happen.
I have really weird cards. So I'm going to show them to you. And while I'm getting the second row, if you have any clues, let me know. So we have sabotage. And we have projector. We have the schoolgirl.
Okay, I get it.
Recognition, clever, cunning, and gullible. So
okay,
second row. But yeah, what do you have?
Well, and we're talking about collectively, so I guess it's saying that the spotlight will be shed on a lot of the corruption and the lies that we've been fed, the gullible cards. So I think like it's the collapse basically of the old system. Is that what it's saying?
Yeah, it's exactly it. Sabotage gets the card of the devil. And the projector is the light worker who are doing the work. The schoolgirl, which is basically where we fight in the treaty, where we are openly fighting.
We rebel. Yeah.
We have the moon, which things were hidden from us. Now we are going to reveal them. And look at this. We have now an evolution on the collective level.
So a lot of people who have bought the lies of, let's say, the system are now starting an awakening process because the light is shed on so many lives.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy because that makes so much sense, but I never really thought about it that way with the 9 year. Okay, wow, interesting. Now let's switch to this category right here, ETs and UFOs. Okay, I think you're gonna be very interested by what we have here. Yes. So I watched this movie very recently. And I think a lot of you have. Also, it's a new one on Netflix. So they made a movie about allegedly the real story of Mary. And I say alleged because, of course, there are, I think, a lot more than what this movie has to say. But nonetheless, I think still like there's beautiful pictures. There's good parts to it. And like personally speaking, since 2020, I think like there's not a lot of good new movies. So if we compare like to what's been coming out in the past year, I think this one is kind of a good one. But knowing a little bit more about what I believe is true about the story of Jesus, Mary, Joseph, and all that stuff, I think there's a lot missing. And let me know down below if you've seen the movie also. But all to say, the connection between ETs and UFO is coming now. So in the movie, this character right here is Gabriel. So they don't say Archangel Gabriel in the movie, they just say Gabriel. But what kind of struck me there is that I think like they chose an actor that looks more like an ET than a human to play the role of Gabriel. And in this community, we have been talking a lot about like, are angels, archangels, ETs, or are they, yeah. So this is kind of where I'm going with this. So let's ask the cards. Was it done on purpose that Archangel Gabriel looks more ET than angel?
I don't think it was, because we have literally a card of guardian angel.
Okay.
And we have the card of the crystal ball, and we do have the card of the masculine. So I think they wanted to show a different image of an angel that would be fitting more with what we know now a little bit more about the angels, but not necessarily off-worlders 100%.
Okay, interesting, because like that's what's struck me at first. I was like, oh, interesting. Like they're making Gabriel look like an Anunnaki.
Okay. Yeah, I think they wanted to really let a lot more of freedom of interpretation.
Yeah. Okay, interesting. So that leads me to my next question. And not in the movie, but in real life, was Mary, mother of Jesus, fertilized by ETs to give birth to an hybrid, which is Jesus? So was she, I guess, inseminated is the right word? Okay. Yeah, pretty clear answer. Thank you. Because like in the movie, they talk like the whole, I guess, center of the story revolves around how she was a virgin, and Gabriel comes up a couple times in the movie saying like, "Oh, we've decided that you're going to be the sacred vessel," and they planned this in order for her to give birth to this let's say prophet that would change everybody's lives. So it's really centered around the fact that she's a virgin and she gives birth, and a lot of people don't believe her and blah blah blah. So I was just like, and that reinforces the theory that Jesus is not entirely human, in my opinion at least. So okay, so we know that she was, let's say, she got some help from ETs to produce a hybrid. Okay. Why was Mary chosen to give birth to Jesus? Did she have a special frequency, or was she from a special high priestess lineage?
High honor. So yeah, apparently it's a high honor, but let's see. Forgiveness.
Is she like, is in your opinion, is that card saying that she's coming from a high priestess important lineage? Like a special DNA?
Not yet. This card for me, that's just representing of the high honor that it represents to be chosen, but not the reason why yet. Let me just check with this. So it says basically that she was chosen because she was able to, she proved in her past lives to not be tempted by this dark side. And that was what was needed, basically, is that they needed somebody that would not program bad stuff and be also making this life as something bad, and that not a lot of people are having this strength of resisting the bad side, because it's very tempting. We have the devil. And we also see a connection between probably the soul of Jesus and the soul of Mary in past lives, where they met in past lives, but they were unable to bring this to fruition. So we can see that it's like a second try.
Okay. And it's interesting also because in the movie, I think like there's not a lot that they said throughout the movie, but they did also emphasize the fact that she was kind of tempted by the dark side, but she was able to put like a boundary, a hard no boundary. And like Lucifer came like and trying to tempt her. Oh, this is going to be an easier path. Come with me. And she's like, no.
Yep.
Okay, so that part is true. Because like they're talking about like, oh, you're the chosen vessel, this is a high honor, but like and we know that the uterus is kind of a frequency chamber also for the baby. So I was wondering like what's special about her frequency, her body, her DNA. Can we just ask if she has like a special high priestess lineage or something?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's why also she was chosen. But the first thing that they looked for was not this. This was secondary.
Okay.
The first thing was that they needed somebody that would not be corrupted. And it's apparently hard to find.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. Good to know. We're part of the same team. Yay, Mary. You go. Okay, so next question, and I guess I have an idea, but let's just ask the card. So was December 25th the real birth date of Jesus? I thought I was like a cute meme.
I have a big X, so I know.
That's a no.
Yeah, that's a no.
It's not a Sagittarius sun. But that would have been like valid also to have a Sagittarius sun if you're a teacher.
For sure. I have to say we have the card of ending underneath the deck. It could have been the date he passed.
Okay.
That would be even more powerful to hijack this this way.
And do you think like the cards could tell us like around what time of the year is his real birth date is?
We can try.
Let's see if we
somewhere in, let me see, somewhere in those I have 4 cards of the season. So if it's meant to be, it's meant to be.
Maybe we'll get more precision. Maybe not.
Okay, so the first card is the child. It says pregnancy. So we are in the right question. It says Pisces.
Yeah.
And it says Aquarius rising.
Okay, so Pisces sun, Aquarius rising.
Yep.
Okay, wow. That makes a lot of sense. Well, of course, around his birth is where the age of Pisces started, with the big religions, with a lot of focus on spirituality, on sacrificing yourself for the greater good. So that makes a lot of sense that he was also a Pisces sun. Okay, next one, and that's also inspired by the movie. So, of course, in the story, the traditional story, they talk about how the 3 mages were being led by a really bright star, and we see that in the movie as well. And he called that the Star of Bethlehem. But a lot of astrologer and people in the spiritual community say that indeed, like the Star of Bethlehem was indeed a conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn, which we call the Great Conjunction that happens every 12 years or so. So was the Star of Bethlehem, in fact, the Great Conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn? I love it.
Easy.
I have clear answers today. I love it. Okay, thank you so much. And that
you know what that means, right?
I'm sorry?
You know that what that means when we're getting that kind of answer?
No.
For sure, that means that those souls are with us, because I don't have to read cryptic messages. It's like we are directly having answers from some souls.
I love it. And also, like my nose is started to run, so that's what happens when I'm channeling usually.
Yeah.
And I had like a huge headache before we filmed this, and now it's gone. So it means like the energy is flowing because like we're being guided. Thank you. Wow. Okay, next one. And this was kind of inspired by what I've came across this week. So this is a picture of the city of Los Angeles. And I was kind of being reminded that it's a Spanish name, of course, that means Los Angeles, the angels, basically. So it means the angels. And I looked up on Wikipedia, which of course we know that it's not like 100% valid, but just to get an idea, and then we're gonna validate with the cards. So it says here that it was founded in the 1700s, 1781 to be precise, by Felipe de Neve, which was a Spanish governor. And the original name was El Pueblo de Nuestra Señora la Reina de Los Ángeles. In short, it says Our Lady, our Queen of the Angels, which is a name that's usually associated with the Virgin Mary.
Yeah.
Okay. But they kept it short just at the last part. Instead of Queen of the Angels, just the angels. So was it named in honor of Mother Mary? Los Angeles. Los Angeles.
No.
Okay, I have another subsequent question, which was my first one. So let me just ask this one. Is it a reference to ETs that we're visiting often?
It's in reference to a man, that's for sure. I have 3 men's. And they're all wearing suits.
Okay, can we ask if they're ETs?
The Fool. This question is protected. Let me just legislate.
Okay, I'll spray mine too.
Yep. Let's just sage a little bit and ask again.
I don't know if it's gonna help.
So I'm just going to go around that question and ask more a day.
Okay. Who are they? Those men in suit. Are they men in black?
Like the movie?
It's a real thing, apparently.
Where is that device that can just wipe my memory? I need that, please. Every time I say something crazy, I just want to be able to do it.
You cannot go back. That's the beauty of it.
So when I ask who are they, we have warriors, but do you see the pyramids behind?
Yeah.
Very weird. And then we have the 9 of Cups, we have the Hierophant, and we have the King of Wands. So those men wanted to be leaders of a new kind of Templars. I don't know if they're good or bad, so don't associate Templars with good or bad. It's just a kind of an association of warriors of some kind, creating their own kind of, it's not a cult, but it's like a kind of a legion of kind of the Templars. Very weird. And what is their purpose? I guess we can ask.
Yeah. Are they working for the light or the dark, the shadows?
No, it's not the light. The strength is promising, but then we have the ego and we have the money.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a protected kind of a mob that is super protected.
So why did they? Oh, okay. I have an idea. I was gonna ask, why did they name that the Angels, the city? Well, is it in reference to, were they protected by the bad Elohim?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And it's also a place to make a lot of hybrids, and it's also a place of commerce. So it's a place where they can come in and try to associate each other with other tribe, if you want to call it that. Deep dive on Los Angeles, please.
Okay, let us know if you'd like to see that. Wow, I didn't know we were going to go down this rabbit hole today, but fascinating. Thank you so much. Let us know what you think. If you live there, what's the energy like? I've never been. I've been kind of both attracted and repulsed by it. So let us know if you live there or if you have been there, what's the energy like, and what do you think of what we were getting? Okay, so my next one is that I've seen this video on social media, and wait for it. I hope it's gonna show. They're zooming, but I don't know if it's showing. Oh, okay. And I'll try to zoom because like it's a bit transparent. Okay, well, it's here. I don't know if you guys could see it here. I should have cropped this image, but it's like a triangular shaped spacecraft, basically, that has been spotted flying here, right here. Yeah. So it's not like the best video. I should have cropped it. Oh yeah, here we see it more. So this has been spotted in flying over Montreal. So I'd like to know, was it extraterrestrial?
The card just flew out, so I'm going to go pick it up on a floor.
Okay. Gracefully.
Well, there's no gracefully way that I can do it, but anyway,
It's fine. I hate when that happens because I don't want people to see the sweatpants that I'm that I'm wearing. That is not coordinated with the top.
I have a friend's PJ at the moment, so I'm good. I assume. Okay, so let me maybe ask again because it was crazy energy. So let's just ask what was this in the sky in Montreal? Please, what was this in the sky? So we have this. We have starseed. And the last card is no.
Not extraterrestrial.
No, so possibly it's because we have the safety and everything. I think that it's bound. So I think that what it is just test to recreate some kind of spaceship. Let me check. Yeah, exactly.
Okay. There's a lot of those from what I understand, especially these days.
More and more.
More and more, yeah. Okay, so another video that I saw from these strange clouds in Quebec. And in this video from the Weather Channel, they say that, oh, it's completely normal. It's called clouds, Kelvin, Helmholtz, whatever, how it's pronounced. And they say, oh, it's normal. It's because when two layers of air, like different type temperature air, are superimposed, this is what is being created. But I was just like, this is so weird. And a lot of people have filmed them. So can we just ask, are those clouds a natural phenomenon?
It looks like T-Rex, but let's see. So we have the Hangman. We have birds, that is anxiety. Despair, no, it's not natural. Unconventional, they're not natural. And the last card is distraction. Yeah, they're not natural.
Okay, what are they?
Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, the Strength, and the Six of Sword reverse. This is intriguing. I don't think we really know what they are. So Ace of Swords, Seven of Wands, the Strength, and the Six of Sword reverse. It's a distraction. It feels like it's a revenge on something, on the population. Yeah, Six of Wands. I feel like it's a revenge. So is it toxic? Yeah, Star reverse. It's toxic.
Ah, and what do they carry, those clouds?
It's like something similar as fluoride. Something similar as fluoride in the air. It's to remove some kind of fog our brain and remove our capacity to think. So it's not only Mercury retrograde, apparently, this energy that we feel.
Okay, and can we do something to not feel, let's say, affected by those clouds? To avoid them, at least?
It says maintaining. So people who have, Tree of Pentacles. People have been doing a lot of maintaining of their system, a lot of purging, a lot of detox, eating well, and everything. It says that it's it's going to be more aggressive, but it's going to leave more quickly in those people. Okay, so people who have been not doing the work and really eating like the mainstream way and things like that, it's going to stay in them way longer.
So it's like, am I correct if I say with this card that also it can emphasize their fears and the mind control?
Yeah, exactly. So it's just if you are doing the work, it's going to just be boom, really quickly, but strong. You're going to feel weird, maybe sick, something. But those who are not doing the work on how they eat and everything and detoxing and everything, it's going to affect the water in the body. So it's going to affect like your lymph system, your a lot of your fear, but it's just a very low frequency.
And bringing down your immune system.
Yeah, and also like your ability to recharge, your ability to think clearly. It's like a big fog. It's a metal. It's a metal.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. And that they're using also this time of year while we have like the least amount of light.
Yeah.
Also to attack our immune system. And so that's why I guess the message to reinforce, first of all, your healthy diet, your healthy habits on a day-to-day basis to make sure that you're immune or at least shielded from that. That makes a lot of sense. Wow, okay. Very interesting. So before we get to our next category, which will be mysteries, stay tuned. It's going to be a really great one. I just wanted to let us know that we let you know that we have amazing promos going on right now until the end of December. But right now is your time to really make sure that you can take advantage, especially for the products that are shipped, if you'd like to get them before the holidays, and also for this consultation because it is booking very quickly. So if you'd like to get your predictions before 2025, and of course also because the whole team is going to get a little bit of a holiday break at some point. So for the consultations with Sol and with Sophie. So now is the time to book it. And we have a 20% discount with the code HOLIDAYS. So you'll see when you're booking either the consultation, the one-on-one live consultations, or this one, which is pre-recorded. At the end, when you're going through checkout, you'll see that there is like a little box where you can enter your discount code, and it is HOLIDAYS. So this one is about your 2025 predictions. It's a 30-minute pre-recorded reading. Really fun. Can you share a little bit of what you're going to be doing there?
Yes. So I went with this reading because we felt guided to provide this reading. It's the first time we provide some pre-recording. And I went with an open mind about what is your messages that you need to hear and from your guides and from source. And a lot of what I'm getting so far in the consultation is that this year, a lot of people are going to be guided into their mission and everything. So if you are feeling like you are not sure where is your energy going, where you should invest your energy, what is your mission, and also if you're curious about what is coming and wanted to get ready, this is your reading. I'm really, really happy about the overwhelming response for this product. So thank you so much. I'm trying to give you as fast as possible your reading. It's so much fun so far to do your every reading of 2025.
Yeah, and right now we are between a 1 week or 2 week delay to produce your private reading, which is going to be a private video that's going to be sent to you via email. But like if we get a lot more orders, we might take a little bit more time. So if you'd like to get it quickly, this is your time to do so. Also, we have a 20% off on the personalized birth chart and on the gift card for a personalized birth chart if you'd like to gift it to someone and you don't know their birth details or time of birth. So this is what you're going to be looking at. Also, you can get the 20% off discount on the birth chart. And on the gift card, the code is HOLIDAYS. It's a digital art print of your personalized birth chart in the color of your choice. And it makes a great gift. Also comes with a 15 to 20 pages report explaining your most important astrological alignments. So it's a great a great place to start your astrological journey. And it's a digital product. Also, we have a 20% off the beautiful candles, handmade, natural, by the beautiful Elena. These are crystal infused, so great quality of candles. We love them. This is the only candle that I burn in my house. And the fragrance are absolutely amazing. So we have a 20% off. It's not often that we discount those because they take some time to produce. They are handmade, as I said. So this is your time to stock up on those beautiful candles. Also, the code is holidays. And also we have these one-on-one consultations, including the 2025 prediction pre-recorded one, 20% off on all of those, including the gift cards. And lastly, we have a 50% off on all the courses, workshop, meditation, activation on the Academy. All the links that I just talked about are down below in the description box. And this is like the only time of year where we discount everything at 50% off on the Academy. So that means all the guided meditation by Elena, and especially the new ones that she just produced with the themes. If you'd like to work on something specific, check that out. Here she made one, increase your financial security, let go of your limiting beliefs. She works with the singing bowls to reprogram your energy, letting go of your limiting beliefs. We have the tarot course, level 1, level 2, or 2 together. Also discounted at 50% off. We have the solar return workshop. We have the magical placement astrology workshop. We have the aura course, and we have all the activation that Elena and I made together, all at 50% off, and the code is holidays. So I'm done with the promos, and let's hope you find some interesting ideas if you have some gifts to make to some of your loved ones. And of course, that includes yourself, because we should give a lot of love to ourselves. All right. So our next topic is going to be mysteries.
Yes.
Yes. I love your enthusiasm. So let's start with this one. So I came across a Facebook post from a group that I can't remember. But this one was the first time that I'd seen this island. So apparently, this is called El Ojo, so the eye in English, and this is in Argentina. So this mysterious island that is called El Ojo in Argentina slowly rotates on itself. And people have said that when they're there on the island, they can feel like a special frequency that is very appeasing. So is it true that there is a special frequency on this island that is appeasing?
It's strange because my cards are very negative so far. So let me just see something here.
Okay.
Yeah. My cards are really like not that calming and positive so far. So I'm just going to check.
Well, can we ask, like, how was this island created?
Yeah, sure.
Maybe it's going to correlate with the cards you're getting.
Yeah. So I think this island is taking your life force out of you slowly.
Wow. Okay.
That could be the calming effect, is that your life force is leaving you.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah. Like the cards are really not good about this. And it says,
is there like a lot of, let's say, dark arts that are being done on this island?
No, it's more like you are being used to feed.
Okay. Well, interesting. Okay, so I have another great mystery question from Elki, who is a new member. She says, first of all, hello, I am excited to be a new member and I love your content. So thank you so much, Elki. Appreciate your question also. So she says, do the emerald tablets exist? If yes, what are they exactly? So let's start with, do the emerald tablet exist in a physical form?
Attachment, shadow work, fear, ascending, release. I think they existed at some point, but they're not anymore in a physical form.
Okay.
I'm going to validate this. Temperance, Six of Pentacles reverse, and the Ten of Cups. They're no longer in a physical form. It says that they have transcended something and they left the plane.
So what were they about? Like, what was their special power?
So basically, they were there to release the karma of people. And they were used. So since they were used, I think they disappeared.
So they fulfilled their mission.
Yeah, it says no return.
Okay.
Weird and miracle. Yeah. That is very... I was going to say something very geeky, but I'm sure I'm the only geek here, so I'm just going to keep that.
Go ahead. I'm sure there's a lot of geeks watching.
I think I'm a next level geek, but in Dungeon and Dragon,
yeah.
Sometimes you have like special objects for side quests, and this is specific to certain players. And once they're used, they disappear. So that's very much like what I'm getting from those cards. I know.
Oh, you remember in the, I don't know how to translate it, Inspector Gadget when we were kids?
Yeah.
And it's like a cartoon. And there's like a detective, and once he was given like a mission, it will auto destruct itself.
Yeah. Well, like my God, why can we not speak? This message would auto destruct in like 3 seconds. Like this is also, yeah,
that's what was happening in the cartoon. So let us know if you know what we're talking about.
Maybe we're just in our own bubble.
Yeah. Okay, I have lots of interesting questions, so I don't know where I want to go next. But since we were on the religious topic of Jesus, this is another question from Elke. So she says, is the Shroud of Turin what they say it is? And if yes, was the blood on it AB negative? So let's start with the first question. Is the Shroud of, and I don't know how to pronounce that in English, Turin, what they say it is? Like the burial cloth of Jesus, is this really what they say it is? Because like a lot of researches, I believe, have came out recently about it being truthful, I guess is the word.
It says that it was true, but it was changed. So the real one exists. I'm just going to show you the cards. I do have a second row, so I'm going to explain. Poverty, counterpart, the Dark Night of the Soul, change. And underneath the change, we have Ace of Swords. So I know it got changed, but the real one existed, and we have a mirror. So a replica was created, and it says frozen in time. So it has been preserved all of this time, yes. But it says that some people trying to get it to destroy it.
Okay, and interesting. Well, I'm not that surprised. That makes sense. Was the blood on it AB negative? So was, I guess, Jesus' blood type AB negative?
It says that he didn't have a blood type.
So Jesus didn't have a blood type, or the shroud?
Well, that's a good question, but I think that's Jesus' blood type question. I think that he didn't have a blood type, but let's ask for the shroud. He doesn't have a blood type.
Okay. Well, he's a hybrid, so maybe he has another blood type.
Yeah, I think that's what is happening.
Okay. Wow. Okay, so if you have other questions along those lines, you know where to ask them, either in the comments or in the community. It's easier for me in the community. So yes, changing gears, we're gonna talk about Anne Boleyn just a little bit. So I've came across very randomly videos on like witches and also the witch trials. And of course, we know that Anne Boleyn was accused of using witchcraft in order to seduce, put a spell on Henry VIII. So, and I was like, well, you know, like in the old times, I'm sure that this was an actual thing, although like we know that a lot of witches and women have been accused wrongfully. Like I'm sure that a lot of women were using like dark arts in order to put spells on people. So my question here for the cards, was Anne Boleyn practicing witchcraft? Did she use dark magic to keep a certain enchantment on the King Henry VIII? Or was it like her natural charisma and charm?
She used magic to try to have a baby.
Okay.
She used magic to gain his affection back when he was declining. She paid for it, so she's not a witch herself.
Okay.
I have to say, can you bring that picture back for a second?
Yeah.
On this picture, you look like her.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you have a similar trait. Maybe that's just me.
Okay.
I love her. She's a very fascinating woman.
Yeah, she is. So, like, I guess the rumors are true that she was very intellectually engaging and she had a lot of charisma. So she did use magic, although, like, from what we get from the cards, to keep like the good graces of the king.
Yeah, and it says that she was very submissive, so she was not somebody that would think about all of those things by herself, and she would just follow what was asked of her. So I know that this is a lot of people think that she was the one planning everything, and some people say that she was not. And I was somewhere in the middle. I was not sure, but it says no, she was not leading those decisions. She was absolutely following what was asked of her.
And I'm guessing like her only goal was to stay alive and in power. Yeah. I'm guessing. So it's like almost like a survival instinct of what can I do to not be killed, to not be replaced.
Exactly. Yes. And she was in a very bad place where she asked for advice from the universe and everything.
Wow. Okay. Interesting. So on the same kind of topic, and I couldn't find like a better image for that, but were there a lot of high priestesses or women delving into dark arts in the Middle Ages, like using curses, spells, potions with the dark side of magic? Maybe to seduce, or put spells, generally speaking.
It says that it was a part of growing up as a woman to attract luck and anything positive to your life. It's kind of the manifestation that we use today. So it was nothing real. Well, I mean, nothing. Most of it was not meant to be negative, but instead to attract blessings and luck and everything.
So they were more like on, let's say, on the white magic side of things.
Yeah, so
dark magic.
Like today, you can still try to manifest with your thinking and your vibration something bad. Nobody has the power over this, but it says that mainly women had this passed down to generation that you have to be a co-creator, and you have to take those rituals in a sense to create what you want to attract. Otherwise, you're letting the universe decide for you.
But yeah, but that's like the light side of things. Like they were using, let's say, the white magic, if we can call it that way, working with the ritual manifestation. So that's not like the dark magic.
Mm-hmm.
So most women, from what I'm understanding, were working with like the magic that is around us, the cycles, the stars, the earth, all of that. So not necessarily the black magic stuff.
We can ask if there was a lot of people doing also bad magic.
I'm assuming, and we'll ask the cards, that it's mostly, I'm guessing, people in power that were using black magic to stay in power. Can we ask that if that's correct? To think, like, were most people using black magic were people in, let's say, higher layers of the hierarchy? Yeah.
Creating chaos, sabotaging other people, or trying to climb into power position and to stay in power.
Yeah, because they were like in those power struggles where also their own survival, I guess, depended on it also, if you're a woman especially.
Yeah, and to have babies that would be men.
Yeah. Okay, well, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, our next question. Did the Salem Witch Trials have a supernatural cause? So did they try to, let's say, get rid of those witches for a supernatural cause outside of just medicine and them being women, let's say?
That is going against what I believe so far. I love this. So let's see. So we have the programming, we have the rich woman. So the rich woman is a leader and independent woman. We have the time. We have the woman fighting, a lot of woman cards. We have the teamwork, clouds, and the gifts. So what it says so far, it's that women were empowering each other. And it seems like they all had, not all, but it seems like they were encouraging each other to develop their gifts and their intuition.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be born with a special gift. Okay. So this is like, it's not that they were witches by just being born. I think they were just encouraging each other to be more free, to use more of their own power, as in intuition and things like that. And is it something paranormal? No, it's really
the rise of the divine feminine, basically.
Yeah. So people didn't like that the women were fighting back and helping each other. They didn't like that it was going in a sense where women would have power that men could not control.
So, I don't know if you know, but there's like a huge debate right now in the spiritual community about like, were these women killed because they were just women, or were they killed because they were indeed witches and like they were empowering themselves with their intuition and psychic gifts? So I guess the answer is both.
The answer is a woman is a woman that has intuition. A woman that has intuition.
Has magic naturally because she's a woman.
So a witch is somebody that is a woman that is simply going in her natural intuition.
And the divine feminine is intuition, tapping into your intuition, tapping into the high priestess energy. So it's both. It's the rise of the divine feminine that didn't like.
It's like giving a really bad name to a man who is training his muscles. Because the strength of a man is the strength of the body. The strength of a woman is a strength of the intuition. So if we were to say, oh, you're training your muscle, you're such a bad person, that's the same as saying you're training your intuition and using it, so you are a bad woman.
Yeah. And plus, like, from what we got is like most of the let's say the common women were using white magic, let's say the herbs, the connection with the earth, the cycles, the stars, the power of the manifestation, the intuition. the healing, all of that, like the natural powers of magic, whereas like people in power were using black magic mostly.
Yeah, and again,
so that was a threat to maybe being controlled or like the other layer of power.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not because you have this intuition that you are using for bad, just like it's not because a man has strength, physical strength, that he is using it to take power over other people. But yes, your point is absolutely right. To people in power, we're using all of those things to their advantage, the strength and the intuition.
Crazy. Okay. Maybe we have time for one last one. And I have so many good ones, so I'll just pick. Okay. This one is from an article that I've seen recently in French, but I'll translate that to you. So it says, why do we have more baby boys?
Yeah.
And basically they're talking about pseudo-scientific reasons. You've read the article?
No, I saw a documentary on this where it says that everywhere where you have chemicals, industrial chemicals being produced, you have only women being born.
Okay. Well, that's kind of like there's many theories in the article. And basically after reading the article, I was like more confused than before because there's so many different theories. And basically scientists don't have a clue. Okay. So just saying, but they think like the main theory that was developed like a long time ago by a scientist that I can't remember was that basically when there's an environment that's harsher for survival, women have a better chance to thrive than men. So we would kind of have a unconscious superpower as a women to determine like does our environment is made for a baby boy or a baby girl. So can we ask the cards, who determines the gender of the baby? Is it the mother or the father?
What do you mean?
Because ancient theories said that it was the father with his spermatozoid that would determine the gender of the baby. But now it seems like the theory have reversed, that it would indeed be the mother who has an instinct of what's the environment like and what she's going to produce.
Yeah, that would make sense because that's the same system that makes the milk and change the formula of the milk according to what the baby needs. So let's see.
So is it the father or the mother that determines the gender? Okay. Yes. Okay. And is it true to say that the mother unconsciously analyzes the environment to decide what gender she's going to be creating?
Yep, absolutely. Yes, she received the information and she is using the information to determine the gender.
Because my second question was going to be, or is it the soul that's decided to incarnate as the baby who would influence the gender? No. So it's really the mother who decides according to the environment. Okay. And is there a way to influence the gender of the baby at conception? Let's say, I don't know, manifestation, other techniques.
Yeah, well, it says that the cycle where you are in your cycle will determine this. And for sure, people who have researched this knows that the days of your ovulation will matter in which gender you want to have. So if I remember correctly, you have to try for a boy before the ovulation, if I remember correctly, and then during it you will have a girl. There's something that the gender of the spermatozoid is not going to last the same time in the.
But now it says that it's not the man who carries the choice of the gender.
It's true. It's true, but I think you can influence this. But ultimately, if there is harsh environment, the woman is going to change the gender because the gender of the baby technically is not determined until a few weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, it says inner.
Okay. Wow, that is fascinating. Because I was reading the article and it's like, oh, this theory exists and this theory exists. So I was like, okay, so they have no clue. After like years and years, decades of research, they have no clue.
Yeah.
Wow, like many things, right? Love it. So we have Sophie to tell us what's actually true or not. Love it. So thank you, everybody. Do make sure if you did enjoy this episode that you give us a like on our YouTube platform, on our Rumble platform, wherever you're watching this from. And of course, you can share this video with someone that you would think could enjoy this content. And lastly, before we go, if you'd like to book your own 30-minute and not 3 pre-recorded personal reading, you can do it right now. It is the time to take advantage of the 20% off promo and to make sure also that it's not sold out, because at some point maybe there is going to be a lot for the holiday period, so we're going to take a break at some point. So this is the 2025 predictions. And all of the holidays promos that we've talked about are going to be listed down below in the description box. So do make sure you click on those links. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you, Sophie, for bringing some light into a lot of mysteries today.
Thank you. It was really fun.
That was fun. Thank you so much, guys. And we'll